Hey, what's good, my friends on YouTube? From now on, I said, oh yeah, my friends are YouTube, but now I say, you know what? I was thinking how my subscribers, and finally I got an answer. From now on, you're gonna be the TD Squad, though, no cap. That's how it's gonna be like. For now, what's good TD Squad? So it's your boy, the presenter of the year, aka Luigi Diaz, and I'm bringing you today a banger today. Bringing you a banger completely. I want to say thank you, for those who are gonna be watching this live, and also who's gonna be watching offline afterwards. And I know this is gonna be like a big challenge, and especially today because it's gonna break a lot of minds as well. I want you to support me as well in the other social medias that I have, and my other YouTube channels as well. The links are gonna be down below in the description. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new, and I really appreciate it. So I said one like, one subscriber, it means one prayer for me to go better. So the topic of today, as you can see, is actually how can I share my success. And the point I want to say to you is this, right? Success can be defined as the following. For most of the people, they can be defined as something that you got in life, as something that you can do in life, and of course, also something that can be described in life as well. So there are several steps, to ensure quality and ensure uh, your success in life. So be successful doesn't mean how much money you have done and price for every single thing. It really means the amount of things that you lack on try to compare it in strength. So in that case, also we can say in other words, just make it easier, how to turn your failures into success. That's what it really means in reality. How you become successful. Success can also define your goals, but not your personality. And the reason why I say this, this way is because in reality, success doesn't define the personality of the person. In other words, it doesn't define your character to make it easier. It doesn't who you really are. But like at least it teaches you all the things you have sacrificed so far. So in order to convert, those things, all those sometimes pains, all those sorrows, all those times where you go by yourself and into something great for others. So also we can say success can also define your social status, whether if you're poor, whether if you're middle class, whether if you're rich, etc. So and the amount of time that you put to accomplish something, and that's a fact about it. So with that said, I want to also tell you there are several steps to reach your true success. So there are a few steps. So we have first security. We have also target slash accuracy. Also we have as well we have to identify mistakes. We have paid off. That's paid off. We have also money saved up. And last, well, I could say, in the last one, so it was basically investing on stock market slash business. And the last one to get married to someone who understands your goals. Also to make it easier, they have the same goals to make all those stuff around. So, but I'm gonna start with the first one, which is the security. So for security, I just want to say like this, things easier. For example, let's say like this is the part where you say you know what you really want. You know when you want to really do it in life. You know, but you can exceed. You know what you can excel. You know the things. In other words, whether good or bad sometimes to make it easier too, and so many on. So that's to make it easier. Security also defined as well as a purpose. So because what are you working for? So that's a purpose in reality. So it's nice you have those questions in mind, like what the heck I was born for? That comes into my mind every single day in my life. So define who you really are, also known as purpose, and also you're ready for everything coming up. So a person who's secure knows what's going to happen for sure. But yeah, it's not for telling the future, but instead it is describing what's gonna happen, like or what is gonna really happen to you, or what do you really want to happen to you. Of course, ensure greatness, others to great for greatness as well. A person who has secure also helps others to grow because that's the right thing to do, and also help and also ensure themselves also for greatness as well. And of course, what a person secured, the one who challenged themselves in order to grow, whether mentally or spiritually. Right? So just want to say to you, just to make sure a person secured is always a person who's gonna go and is gonna have the best of the goals. And that's the first one. So the security. So we have the second one, which is the target slash accuracy. And in this one, I just want to say you're working in two things. Um, the first one, like the target, it's like basically telling you make it easier. The people you're targeting with, like who are you looking for, to help you out, also to turn it into a businessman and so many on. So just make it easier, who you're targeting to, the people who you're reaching to, so to make it easier to understand. And sometimes there's many questions. I said, especially when you go to social medias, what kind of people do you want to see? So your videos in this case, let's say, for YouTube wise or business wise, who do you want to see your videos? Because sometimes the type of videos that you're making, whether it might be like comedy videos, well, parodies, music, and so many on. So I'm speaking about like in the social media wise. So this is also another business as well, believe it or not. And I was, coming with those things in mind, and is this for sure. Sometimes we're thinking like, what kind of people we want to try to target, and it happens with me all the time. I say I want to try to target like everyone, but how can I make a content that can target like certain amount of people and also drag them all the way to my channel? And it's been tough, to be honest. But also sometimes when you're using like this strategy, like also to bring people, also you need something else, which is just to make it easier. Sometimes ads, some things like that, and so many on. Oh, and I forgot to mention, by the way, before continuing this video, I'm gonna make as well this video for tomorrow's on in Spanish. For those who speak only Spanish speakers, I'm gonna do also this video tomorrow in my other channel, Luigi Diaz Espanol. So just in case, letting you know that also this video is gonna be completely in Spanish. Well, not this one, but I said, well, the same um, theme, topic, whatever you want to try to say. So I'm gonna do it also in Spanish as well. And with that said, I'm gonna continue with this with the target. So the question sometimes that you're gonna be asking, how can I get target those people? So just to make it easier and simple, you can target people through, as I said earlier, social medias. You can also, that's a easiest way nowadays, to bring it on. Also, you can do also ads throughout TV, but I said like it might be a little bit expensive, to bring it back in so many on. So just to make it things easier, and also yeah, I have another question too here. So how many tools can I use to target people? So as I mentioned, use ads in social media so as well. And of course, I forgot to mention that lastly, that sometimes you have to target a certain amount of people. You have to try, a list, whether in the language that they speak, or at least to look at a translator to help you out to go and also put those whether it might be Spanish, English. I'll try also to do so, like to try to translate all of these things that I'm saying also to other languages in order to help out others to understand. And it's been tough, but I'm gonna try also the best, about it. Also, just looking like one of those people, who publishes, who have um, captions and translate those things into their closest language so far. So that's the last thing I just want to say, just to make sure when you're targeting people, you have to be also accurate as well the way you target those people, and as well, don't forget also the kind of language that they're speaking. So we have the third thing, which is identify your mistakes. And the way that this works is like this. So you need to make sure that all the mistakes that you have done. So and sometimes the way you're expressing yourself, because I've been thinking and say, well, sometimes the way you say things they're not the best. Sometimes it might be like a misunderstanding, and also you can have an argument because of that too. I could say as well because of that, so you can get a lot of so many on and blah blah blah. And also as well, you have to check what they so what did you do wrong so far, so just to make it easier. And also as well, I have another question: how many times did I fail doing the same thing? And that's another question too. So because it might be depending like the videos that you're making, and a little bit comprehensive, I could say, in this part, because you have to understand the way things, whether it's not working for you or whether if it's working for you. So then, if it's not working for you, so you need to fix that problem, just to make it plain and simple. So every single mistakes that you have to learn how to fix them. You have to do things correctly just to make it easier to understand. So that was his third step to to assure your success. And we have the number four, debts paid off. So most of the people are saying, "Oh my God, I can't even pay my debts, man. That's totally impossible." In reality, they're possible to pay. You sometimes you have to pay. You have to ask yourself, how can you pay that debt? And I said, in my case, I'm being paying a couple of things. That's what I haven't mentioned it so just throughout the videos. But I said, yeah. So we have that sometimes, including myself. So I have one, but I'm like figuring it out. Paying like the debt that I have so far. So it's been like a freaking big debt. But I said I'm gonna be talking about it in another video one day, and I'm gonna also show you how to pay. How I've been paying that debt. Throughout history and so many on. And then also I'm gonna be showing you also the methods that I use to pay the debt, and how long basically has taken already to pay the debt as well. So just to make this real quick, the best way to pay your debt is basically that's one of the best things that you can start off doing those. The best way to pay your debt is like just sit down and think from which one is the lowest all the way to the highest. That's thing help that it's been helping me out so far. And as well, how much you're gonna be putting down just to pay those debts and so forth. So that's a method number four. You have to pay all of your debts in order to be successful. So number five, you have to save money. Indeed, everyone knows. After paying debts, it's time to save money and don't be falling the same trap again. So the question is for you: how much money do you want to save? Because that's an important thing. Nowadays, most of the people they want to save probably like $200,000, and most of the people don't even know $200,000 if whether it's gonna last for long or not. And in my opinion, the best way that you can save money, and I always say this, is actually through our investments. It's not considered as a saving, but I could say investments gives you money to pay you because the money is working for you, not you working for money. So that's a lesson as well that I want to tell you. But at the end of this part. So with that said, I want to tell you this question. So the first one was how much money you want to save, and how long is it gonna take you to save the money. And also as well, most of the people they have one point they're gonna say, "Oh wow, I can't work anymore." A little bit tough, but it is what it is. So until when you're gonna be retired? So that's another question I have for you. So at the end of the day, if you're gonna save money, make sure that the money is gonna be sufficient enough by the time you're retired, because that money can also be gone in a few could say in a few days, and you don't even know it. So the following, we're gonna be investing in business / stocks, and also And the reason why I'm telling you this is because, to be honest, investing from today, you're gonna get this, and I'm trying like to give you like this, and I'm trying like to do all of this myself. If you want to start investing the stock market, I'm gonna also leave a number on the description. As you can see, also my link referral from Robinhood. This is also what I do too. Sometimes, start like investing, whether like I don't know, sometimes certain amount of money a week. It depends, sometimes on certain amount of money a month, so forth. The point is, how much money do you want to invest in total? Also to help out, your business as well to grow, or how much money you want to invest in your business. So it's just to make sure, because I said buying stocks is actually like buying businesses, but you buy businesses in fractions just to make it easy to understand. But some stocks pay you something that which is named dividends, which is the money like basically divided and pay you throughout time the money you have invested with them. And the best part about it about dividends is this, and you get paid sometimes depending like the stocks that you have, whether if it's weekly, whether if it's monthly. So it depends on the amount of stocks that you have so far. So in my case, I was looking at my stocks. I'm gonna do a video about it, and I could say I'm almost getting paid like almost monthly. Well, I could say monthly so far, and I'm trying like to get stocks that pays me monthly in order to keep surviving and also pay all of these things and so forth. I want to say also to you the reason why investing is pretty good, because and it is the following. The reason why is because investing on the stock market also gives you money, as I said earlier, whether to buy, just basically money in total. It depends how much money you invest. They give you a certain amount of money also from that investment. Let's say, for example, if you have like $100 million invested in the stock market, well, let's make it a million actually. Most of the portfolios the people have seen already, they have invested already like $1,000. Some of them they have invested like hundreds. Like in my case, I'm barely like so far invested like almost like $100 in total. But I try like to bet the best as well, like to get some stocks and keep buying. But I said the more you buy, the more you get back, because let's say you have $1 million, right? Most of the stocks dividends they give you in total up to 7% in return. Let's say you get 1 million dollars, right? So the 7% of the $1 million, if I don't get mistaken, is $70,000. Or yeah, it's $70,000. In other words, just by investing $1 million on the stock market, they're giving you seven $70,000. Probably might be a year, probably might be monthly. It depends. So it depends. How much money you invest in total, as I said earlier. So the last part, I want to say to you also how much you want to retire also with investment, because at the end of the day, they have also something named Roth IRA or traditional IRA. I'm gonna be speaking about those two maybe in another video. Like I don't want to make this video too long, but I want to say thank you for watching this video. I said earlier, I know for sure like it doesn't take might be like boring like listening to these videos, but let me ask you this. Once I finish with this topic, the last part. So with that said, this is the number six. Step number six: investing in stock markets slash businesses. And number seven, you had to get married to someone who understands your goals, or someone who have the same goal like you. And the reason why I think it's easier to do these things, it's like this, because those person that you can so those person that have like less arguments. Well, so yeah, they have like less arguments, and also they know like what it should do better for each other. And I think that's the best way so far. So for the last part to be successful, like you do all those things, that you get married to someone who really understands your concepts that you're getting through, and that's the reason why those seven steps, they're gonna help you out to grow. And I'm gonna tell you this to you too. Why rather than you sitting down on your freaking couch watching TV and start moving your freaking ass and start working and think yourself, how I'm gonna be doing this, and I'm giving you tips in lives that are gonna help you out to grow. But instead, what you're gonna do, you're gonna just forget that this is never existed, and you're gonna forget about this because you're gonna say this is a piece of crap. And for me, this is not. This is real. Like probably for you watching TV somewhere else and getting a fucking excuse that that's the reason why you haven't watched this live. Let me tell you this, and I'm gonna ask you something. Are you sure that the TV that you're watching is gonna make you millions? Because you're gonna get crippled for life if you keep watching the TV. Though I have a TV, and at the end of the freaking night, I don't even freaking watch it. All right. So because I'm thinking like the best way to grow myself, the best way to keep moving forward, the best way also to bring businesses in our life, and so many on, and also to keep doing videos and doing content. That's what I said, and that's the reason why it's a piece of shit. To be honest, to just to get you entertained, not to make money. And instead, like the only things that you should do, you should watch yourself, and also TV. I'm sorry, not TV. You should watch yourself. What are you doing? And the reason why you're entertained watching TV, which doesn't make any fucking sense. And I'm sorry for the language, but you gave me until this point. So with that said, I want to say thank you for watching this video. I want you to listen. You know what I said. If you haven't, don't worry. This video is gonna be replayed at any time after all of this. Probably tomorrow for sure. You're gonna be watching to it. And if you don't, it's because you don't give a shit to your life. And I'm being honest with it, man. And I'm trying the best to help you out to grow. And instead, that's how you basically treat me like a garbage. I'm sorry. That's how you're gonna be like at the end of the day. And also TV, it's gonna brainwash you all day. All right. So with that said, I'm gonna see you next time. Peace out. Don't forget also to like and subscribe to my channel. And also as well, don't forget to subscribe to my other channels. The links are gonna be down below in the description. Also, you're gonna watch it there in the I section. I'm gonna put that earlier. But also you can go down below and subscribe to my other channels to support me as well. And also to my social media. They're gonna be down below too. I wanna say thank you, and I'm gonna see you in the next time. Peace